This is a do-it-yourself tutorial on how to make letters for your child's room. These are some that I made for a friend of mine that's having a baby. It's going to be a boy, and it's going to be jungle themed, and his name is Gavin. So here's a little look at the letters all done, the different patterns that were used, and I'll go ahead and show you how I did this project. Okay, these are the supplies you're going to need for this project. First, the letters. You can get them at Joann's. They're about $2 a piece, not too bad. They're just the cardboard ones. They're not made of wood or anything. Some distress ink. Mine is antique linen. You can get whichever color you want for your project. Some scissors, an old paintbrush, preferably one that you don't really mind getting too messed up. A finger dabber sponge for the ink, and some Mod Podge. You could use just regular glue, but this is really nice because if you're a painter or anything like that, you can use it for a sealant for your paintings and stuff. Sorry, my cat's going crazy with the birds outside. Okay, so let's talk paper. I used 3 sheets of paper per letter. You could use just 2, one for the front and then one for all of the sides, around, inside, whatever. But I like to use 3, one for the front, the sides, and then the top and bottom. So these are the colors that I went with for my project. I'm going for a jungle theme, so I'll show you how I did it here. For my first letter, I used these, the draft, a green, and then this has like some pattern in it that I thought kind of, it reminded me of feathers, kind of. So that was my first letter. And then for the next one, I did some polka dots, some like weird lizardy skin, and then green. Did orange, zebra, and polka dots. And then brown, like a leopard, and then blue. And then for the last letter, I did these polka dots, a red, and another like patterned paper. I alternate letters. So the first letter I do a pattern paper on, and then the sides I'll make a solid color, and then the other sides I'll make patterned as well, and then kind of alternate that way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you how to do this project. This is what the letters are going to look like when you're done. They're going to have a distressing around the edges, and see how it has the separate, you know, blues and greens. If they're rounded like this, I don't worry about making the top a different color. I just do the flat surfaces different. So they end up actually looking kind of like wood. So they're really nice. But like I said, this is how, so if you do a bold pattern on the front, then you want to make the sides plain, or at least that's how I did mine. So. And the next letter in the name starts with A, or is A, so I already have everything cut out. And what you'll do with your letters is just take a piece of paper. You want to... That's my little boy watching Yo Gabba Gabba. Take them, lay them down, and outline around them. And then what you want to do is you want to cut right inside your line, and then that way it'll kind of have a little bit of an edge around the whole thing. I think that looks nice. Okay, so take your Mod Podge, and what I like to do is just pour it right into the cap, like that. Paintbrush. And it doesn't really matter the quantity of glue. You want a nice layer, but just you want to make sure that it's really even is the biggest thing. So go ahead and just paint this whole thing. Then I just go back and kind of redo these. This cardboard soaks up the glue so fast, so sometimes you have to do like 2 quick layers. So, like that. And then, oh, I actually put that on backwards, sorry. So like that. At first I tried using my brayer, but it didn't work good because these letters are actually kind of dipped down in the middle, so fingertips work the best, I've found. So go like that, make sure it's nice and smooth. The palm of your hand is really nice because it has that round, so if you just squeeze like that, it's kind of nice. And these letters can really take a beating, so don't worry about being too rough with them or anything. And that's how you apply the glue. And like I said, so this letter, so his name is going to be Gavin. So the first letter I did with the bold print here. The next one I did plain. But then on the sides I'm going to have this bold print. So it's going to be like that. And then the bottoms will be this polka dot when it's done. So alright, and after you get everything all glued down, it's going to look like this. This is the next letter in the name. This is what it'll look like when it's all dry. You're going to have pieces like this that have like an edge, and just go ahead and cut those off. It's not really too big of a deal because the next step, we're going to sand it anyways. So just cut off a little bit of, you know, extras that you find around the letter. Alright. So it's going to look like that. Okay, I forgot to say too that you're also going to need some sandpaper. This is, I think it's 320. I don't know if that's what that number means, but it's not really that abrasive. So, anyways, you're just gonna sand these all around the whole thing, the edges, and give it a nice distressed look. So anyways, when you're done, it's going to have just a really smooth, nice look. You're going to actually be able to see some of the cardboard through, which I think looks really cool and distressed. And you're going to, if you have this paper with the flocking on it, it's going to eat away at that too, and it gives it a really cool look. So anyways, when you're all done, sanding and everything, it's going to look like this around, kind of just really beat up, but kind of cool like that. And then your next step is take your finger dabber sponge and just rub it in your ink, and then you're going to go around all of the edges with it. See how it just makes it look really like antiqued and old like that. And that's it. When you're done, you'll have a letter that's nice and kind of rounded on the edges and has all this really cool distressing around the whole thing. This end got it a lot just because this is actually like a plasticky feeling, so it ate it away pretty good. So anyways, that's it, and I'll show some pictures of the final like product and everything, and have fun with your project. Turns out really cool, and it's a really awesome baby shower gift. So, and it probably will only cost you, maybe if you didn't have any of these supplies, it's probably only going to cost you maybe $20. But most you have, you know, glue and a paintbrush laying around. You might even have some ink and stuff. So I actually only spent like maybe $10 on this project. So anyways, have fun. Thanks for watching.